Does he say something like, "Oh no, did Gustav Gloof fall into the chocolate river and fly down into the abyss? Oh God!" Oh, and then someone's like, "No, like a dude in a mask just grabbed him," and he's like, "What? That wasn't a plan." Like, you planned that? Like, no, of course not.
Welcome to Losing the Plot, the show where we try and come up with the plot of a TV show or a movie in a writer's room style conversation, and then slowly lose our minds over the course of the video. I'm joined, as always, by Rich.
Yo.
And today, we're talking about the incident that happened in Glasgow this week, where people paid £35 a ticket to see a crappy Willy Wonka's chocolate factory knockoff, and it looked terrible. Our aim for today, mate, is to make a movie based on that event.
I am down. I can't wait to flesh out the lore of the unknown.
Now, I wonder how this happened. Like,
how it all came together.
Like, was it... I know the guy who made it, I think he's a con man, so I think he knew that this was never going to look good.
No, yeah. Like, all he needed was something serviceable that gets people there.
But he didn't even try with, like, the AI images, did he?
No.
Like, he
What's
kept in
like,
all the text, like all the weird AI text.
Welcome Inu instead of Into. That's the fun. When it's so easily avoidable though. Like, just a pass over, just to eliminate any doubt. Yeah, I don't know what's worse. I don't know if like the people are not like noticing glaring errors.
Yeah.
Like, they just see it and go, "Oh, I'll take my kids to this completely unsupported place just because it has a website. It must be official."
Do you reckon it was only old? But then again, maybe it was just like grandparents taking the kids, and those are the only people who fell for the trap.
That would be hilarious.
The guy who played Willy Wonka said that the script that he had to learn for it was 15 pages of AI-generated garbage, basically.
Oh, I wonder if he has like the copies of it.
Well, he said he doesn't need it because he's got it all memorized.
I still remember his like little line when he goes, "Oh no, it's the unknown."
Right, we need to talk about the unknown.
We do.
So, the unknown is a mysterious chocolate maker who lives in the walls. He's a great, like, creepypasta, isn't he?
Yeah.
I have a very important question. Why is he holding the mirror?
Yeah, like, what is that? Is it like some Freudian commentary? When you look into the unknown, it looks back.
I'd love it if that's what he had in mind for the character.
That's what I mean. Like, it feels like the unknown's the most fleshed out, like, cool dude in this whole thing.
Do you remember that episode of Doctor Who, Family of Blood, where they trap the young girl in the mirror?
Oh my god, yeah.
Do you reckon that's what he can do? He can trap children in the mirror.
Yeah, and then turns them into See, like, the world building for this whole thing doesn't make sense. Like, why has he got a mirror? Why is he in the walls? What's his powers? Why is he wearing a mask?
Why does he live in the walls? If you owned an entire chocolate factory, why would you live in the walls?
Yeah, like, is he? And that's the thing. Is he like in Wonka's chocolate factory walls? Like, couldn't Wonka just get rid of him?
Man, one of my favourite parts of this entire tale is the fact that the unknown is a mysterious chocolate maker, and they didn't have any chocolate there on the day.
Yeah, was it a single jelly bean?
Yeah. And like a shot of Tesco's own vodka lemonade.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were handing out vodka to the kids. I keep thinking that like the unknown is like some part of Willy, just some like some very
Right, you don't watch classic Doctor Who, but in like the Colin Baker episodes, a character was introduced called the Veil Yard, which was like a version of the Doctor that like split off, like they split off into two, and he's like all the evil inside of him and stuff. So maybe that's what the unknown is to Wonka.
So the unknown is like the toxic Rick from that toxic episode.
Yeah. So should we story circle this real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Make a movie out of this the unknown. Unknown.
The Unknown. I'm game.
Now, I was thinking, if we play on, like, the Willy Wonka movie, so we have kids, like, visiting this chocolate factory and trying to figure out this unknown guy.
Yeah.
What if we, like, subvert expectations and make, like, the kids the villains?
Ooh, I like that.
The unknown just wants to live in his walls in peace, but people keep visiting the factory.
Yeah, so I was thinking about if we could have it from the perspective of the unknown. So, but it's weird because, like, how do you do it without ruining the mystery of him?
It's like, don't show the monster. I wish we could play the video that this screenshot is from, because it's just it's just a man going, "Oh no, it's the unknown," and kids actually scream.
Yeah, I just love how instantly the kids just start to, like, cry. Oh no, it's the unknown. I'm like, the actor who plays the unknown moves so so creepily as well. Like, it does such a massively good job.
Mate, sorry, I still can't get over that this is an evil chocolate maker that lives in the walls, but there was no chocolate there. What's he doing?
He's just, like, depressed.
That's it. Maybe that's it.
That's it. So, like,
the unknown gets his mojo back.
Yeah, it's like learning to love the chocolate again.
Right. I'm writing that down.
What if it's like the demand of the chocolatier is too much demand, and Willy Wonka is like a capitalist who, like, doesn't have love for it. He just wants to mass produce chocolate.
Yep.
But the unknown's like a chocolatier, like, proper slaves over small little items of chocolate.
Yeah, so he loves it.
Yeah. It's like an ego moment where it's like, I don't like food, I love it.
But what I also like is the idea that Willy Wonka is put into, like, a positive light, and then kids scream when they look at this guy. But
yeah.
We're making him the good guy.
Yeah, he's like the misunderstood dude.
So we've got Willy Wonka the capitalist who has no love or passion for it. He just wants to mass produce it and make money. And the unknown has a passion for making chocolate.
Oh, and I've just realised the lore of it is like they used to work together, like a crabs and plankton vibe.
They used to work together.
And
hey mate, you know how, like, we started hanging out at school and stuff? How did these two meet?
Well, the unknown was clearly hiding behind the mirror when Wonka was checking himself out.
Yeah. We'll do a flashback of that at one point. Can Wonka scream when the unknown comes out from behind the mirror?
Yeah. He's like, why do you wear the mask? As if, like, it's a Bane reference. And then the unknown says something like, what mask?
Oh, he goes, where do you wear your mask? And
oh yeah, there we go.
He's being deep.
Yeah. That's perfect.
So what's his need?
Who's unknown?
Yeah. Sorry, it's such a stupid name.
It is so bad. The unknown. I think he wants to leave. He's, like, trapped in the walls, maybe. So, I don't know. So, like, not he can get out, but then Wonka's trying to kill him, basically, to cover up. And he's like,
wait, maybe he didn't used to live in the walls, but he retreated to the walls when, like, Wonka, like, I can't believe we're sat here trying to figure out why he's in the walls.
Because it's like, what's the reason? Like, why did they put him there? Like, how's he making chocolate if he's in the wall?
Have you seen? Wait, that's the only thing that would make sense if he used to be a normal chocolate maker, but now he lives in the walls.
Yeah, there's no way he just always lived in the walls. Like how Grouch lives in the bin in the Muppets.
Do you remember the movie The Boy?
Yeah, he lives in the walls.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, it does as well. Oh, it does as well.
Okay, so we'll have it that he's retreated to the walls. to avoid being killed by Wonka.
Maybe as well.
Go on.
No, sorry. I was just about to suggest the most stupid thing in the world.
Go on, mate. It's very welcome.
It was gonna be, I'm just imagining a Nick Cage-esque plot where he has to like find the secret key or something.
You know what? I like it. We've got our unobtainium.
Yeah, there we go. And it's like he's been in the walls because it's this way to get into like the chocolate maze or something. And then he can become the true chocolate king or something, man. It reminds me of,
you know what, man? That sounds AI generated.
The chocolate king. You know what's funny? It's basically, I'm thinking of like, we've got to steal the Declaration of Independence stuff, because like there's like this hidden history of like the lord of like the chocolate makers. Maybe there's like this ancient order of food makers. Like you have earth, wind, and fire. You have like white chocolate, dark chocolate, and jelly beans. The ancient order of sweeties.
What are we doing? Maybe the go can be he follows the like most recent tour of children around the chocolate factory.
I wonder if one of them wanders off the children and finds him or something.
Maybe we can like paint him as the villain at this point and have them like terrified. Like
that's when he emerged. Oh, I'm trying to think of like.
Well, do you remember the beginning of it where Pennywise dragged Georgie down the sewer?
Yeah.
What if like the unknown takes a child into the walls and like the viewers watching it thinking, oh no, the first child's been killed, and he's saving them.
Yeah. I wonder,
because the factory is a death trap.
Yeah, like, hey, what do you mean, like a H.H. Holmes? Like Murder Castle.
Murder Hotel. Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Like, there's constant tours of the working class, and they just get turned into chocolates and sweets.
Yeah,
like,
it could be. Yeah.
Wonka's got a new taste, and it's like he's got a new flavor. He's got a new range of sweets, and it'll be like the tastes are like feelings. So it's like, if you ever wanted to feel like, I don't know. Have you ever wanted to feel like you needed, you ever wanted to feel depressed? You just buy this chocolate and it's like give you feelings of depression that a kid had after like the mum screamed at them or something, and they're like, oh, how do you do it?
Yeah, no, I like it. So that's like his. I'll write it down as like Wonka's like secret plan.
Yeah,
and
then it's like rage bait, isn't it? Like people like purposefully consume bad content.
Yeah, he's kidnapped. That's very Richie, by the way. So, parents think that their kids are dying on these Wonka tours, but really he's just kidnapping them to take their emotions.
Yeah, so the kids go back, but they always return, like, sort of, like, mentally neutered. They're just not themselves. So they come back actually more, like, obedient. So the parents don't complain.
Or maybe that's even what we can start with. We can start with like boomers, like on the news. Instead of going, kids these days don't behave well, they're like, does anyone notice that kids have been behaving really well recently?
Yeah, and it's like, it's like, oh, the Wonka tours have been fixing them. The wonders of capitalism. They all want to work there now, and blah blah blah. Yeah, that's it, I think.
By the way, after the Meerkat movie, this is our second anti-capitalist film.
It's just going to continue to be. I wonder if on the next one we might be told to make sure we have sort of pro-capitalist sentiments by our producers. It can happen, can't it?
I'll make a note of it.
Yeah, so as that just fleshed out basically like what the conceit of the film is.
Yeah, so Wonka's plan is to take the kids and take their emotions, and they return more obedient. So we've got Go Somewhere. He follows the latest tour around the chocolate factory, and these are like our main characters. And like we see one taken, and we're seeing
each one.
Go on.
I'm gonna say maybe each one represents a key emotion.
Yeah, definitely, because we need that.
So who does he say for so what is there's anger, and there's loads of like nuanced emotions, but if we're gonna
all the seven dwarfs.
Oh my god, are they emotions?
Sort of angry, dopey.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So we're just doing Seven Dwarfs meets Saw.
So we think he's like Pennywise. We think he's taken them, and we don't learn his true intentions until a little bit later.
Yeah.
Search for it. The unknown continues to follow them, saving them one by one.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
we find it.
Find it. Oh, so who are we following here? Is it that we're following the kids?
Yeah, because I think he should be like, I was going to say in the shadows, but he's actually in the walls. It's like...
Yeah.
Like in all the trailers and everything, we advertise this as he's the big villain, but they don't know in the second act it's going to be revealed to be Wonka.
Yeah. Okay, this is perfect. So who's the key emotion we follow?
Well, it will be all the different. Say we have like 5 kids, and we just we throw up, different personality traits on them.
Can I play sadness?
Rich, you're like 27.
Yeah, but I'll just wear a big enough wig.
Fair enough, Dexter.
Yeah, I'll Dexter the wig. It's like, like in the Spider-Man 1 films, and like the teacher is everyone's clearly just 40 years old, or like 30 years old.
James Franco looks older than the teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, and the teacher's like, "Can you be quiet?" And it's like, he's clearly the youngest one. So yeah, we follow certain other emotions go, and then so what if they start uncovering stuff like?
Well, that would be the perfect time for it at the Find It, because what he wanted was to stop Wonka. So if the kids start realising they're about halfway point that Wonka isn't who they say he is, then he's already sort of achieved that.
So maybe Wonka's getting a bit more antsy because 3 kids have went missing, but not because of him.
Yeah.
It hasn't been his plan. They haven't, like in the original Wonka, where it's like increasingly silly and dangerous ways that people go missing, like Veronica. That's not happening to him. It's like... And then maybe you start trying to turn the kids against the unknown or something.
So we have like the gluttony kids, and we see Wonka like whispering to him, going, "You better not drink out of that chocolate river," and he like winks at him, and then he like turns his back for a moment, and then he's waiting, smiling, thinking it's gonna happen any second now, and he turns around and the kid's just gone.
That's it. And then he's like, and then does he say something like, "Oh no, did Gustav Gloof fall into the chocolate river and fly down into the abyss? Oh God!" Oh, and then someone's like, "No, like a dude in a mask just grabbed him," and he's like, "What? That wasn't a plan." It's like, "You planned that?" Like, no, of course not.
Oh, maybe he could be like, he just presumes that this gluttony kid will fall for the trap because so many other gluttony kids have.
Yeah.
And when he hears like the mum screaming that he's gone, like Wonka just goes without turning round. "Oh, look at the ripples in the river," and the river's just perfectly still.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, perfect.
Maybe have this like gluttony kid be our main character, because like gluttony really plays into the theme of the film anyway. And it'd be good if this is when we reveal that the unknown's the good guy.
Yeah, and maybe we play into because people aren't overweight because they're gluttonous. Like, not it's very often depression, isn't it? Or like,
oh yeah, we're playing with caricatures here.
So that's what it means. So it'd be cool actually, because we can unpack why this person might be considered gluttonous. You know what's funny? He could be like a normal, sort of a bit potentially overweight, but he just looks like a normal person. And Wonka just keeps calling him the glutton kid. And he's like, "I don't think I eat that much."
Wonka's going around declaring themes.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know why he keeps saying that. Like, he's trying to push themes onto certain kids.
Yeah, maybe in the beginning we can play it off as, "Oh, he's so weird and quirky."
Yeah, he's like, yeah, so like, there's this kid who has like it's not even an outburst. He just he just says he just responds to Wonka. Like, Wonka says something, and then he asks a question unsolicited, and then Wonka goes, "I think we found our anger," and everyone's like, "What do you want about?" What does he want? What? I love that.
Right, we're almost done. So he takes this opportunity and he teams up with this kid who's like great, and he's now more powerful because this kid's so brilliant. I just had a thought about casting. Can we get Johnny Depp to reprise his role as Willy Wonka?
Wonka's been on the bottle.
It's like maybe we start it off as though it's a sequel. If we like hint that Johnny Depp is reprising his role and then reveal that the role is very, very different to the one he played back in 2005.
Yeah.
They need to return. Well, they sort of need to... So how do they take over Wonka? The Unknown and this gluttony kid. Can we give him a name so we don't have to keep calling him that?
Gary Glutton.
That's what. Maybe his name is actually Gary Button, but that's what Wonka calls him.
Yeah. He just keeps saying, Gary. Yeah, I just love how he keeps like inserting theme into it, and the kid just doesn't feel like he's like, I don't even know where he's.
But see, the wonderful thing about this is that Wonka is always portrayed as like an eccentric weirdo, but we're stepping it up to 11.
Yeah, he's just like not even a weirdo anymore. He's just actively deranged.
So how can the Unknown take over Wonka now that he's got Gary Glutton on his side?
Maybe.
Do you reckon we kill him?
Wonka?
Yeah.
Or Gary? Yeah, defo. Maybe like he gets made into a chocolate bar. Or something. What's Gary's like drive? Has he just been sent here by his parents?
I think so. I think he's just on a tour of the chocolate factory. He's like...
What if we subvert this, by the way? So, like in the end, Charlie gets the factory.
Yeah.
The Unknown is just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to... Because I've made the lore too big in me. There's like this ancient history of the white chocolate family. White chocolate dogs. Like the jelly beans and the honeycombs.
Sorry, I like the idea of like the Unknown that keeps explaining all this rich history, and the kid's not really paying attention.
The kid's just sort of like, why does he keep calling me glutton? Just his head's battered.
We can iron out the details later.
Do we have like a double twist?
Go on.
Do we have like the Unknown? Wonka wasn't even the biggest threat. And it's like, oh no, it's actually the factory. The factory's been controlling Wonka all this time.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say it was him.
The Unknown was evil all the time.
He's tricked him.
Oh my god,
he's the master of deception.
He's like, but you dressed evil? He's like, of course I did. To deceive you. Because I knew you'd think I was evil, but then I was good. Because you thought that people who were evil would always look evil, so you'd be thinking the other one.
Can we make that happen? I kind of like that.
I'm game for that. He's like, what? Yeah, and then I think that's the end of it. So, like, they go, but you said, like, I thought you were the good one, and he was like, can't we both be bad?
What was it that Oscar Wilde said? There's no point separating men into good and bad. People are either interesting or tedious.
Yeah.
But
what if he says that, but he turns it into chocolate Tim? People are either tasty or bland. Yeah. By the way, can that be a character now for the Unknown? He talks about everything in like terms of chocolate.
Everything always comes back to chocolate.
Like, someone's not missing. It's like, someone's not missing, he just says, they've been snapped off the rest of the bar. Just speaks in like constant metaphors of chocolate. And like, no one knows what he's on about.
Sorry, I feel like we've saved this film with that double twist.
The double twist that he is actually evil. Like, so what if it's like what if like the Unknown? Yeah, so he goes into a mirror, and yeah. What if it's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing?
Sorry, we still haven't explained the mirror.
I know. The mirror needs to be constantly referred to. I think Wonka made a wish into a mirror, and then the unknown came out, and like the unknown is actually just Wonka, just a different version of Wonka.
We can talk about reflections and stuff. He's just a reflection of Wonka.
Yeah, like he's the original Wonka, and then the Wonka that was like
Wait,
masquerading.
he takes off the mask, and it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah. So we have 3 twists.
Johnny Depp plays both roles.
There's the double twist, and then there's just that he was actually Wonka all the time.
No, he was both. He's like and he can do this big speech and talk about mirrors, and how he's nothing. You know, they're both there, but he's just a mirror image of him.
Yeah. And then, what if like the kids are like, "It's alright, we'll stop you too," and he goes, "No, it's too late." And then there's another twist, and it reveals that this whole thing has just been a real loop of imprinting into a chocolate bar a memory. And it like the camera pans out, and it pans out through like stars and blackness, and then the final scene is like someone taking a bite going, "Oh, that ending was cool." And so like he's been selling this.
That's so abstract. You know what, man? I'm gonna say yes to that, because I want to be there in the audience, as the audience are completely silent.
I love how like we set up like for just this like, the bad guy was actually good. We even do it in the marketing, and then I was like, oh no, wait, the twist of the bad guy being good was actually bad. I was like, oh no, it's not even that. It's the fucking film didn't exist because it's all already happened, and it's just in a chocolate bar.
So we definitely need to establish the chocolate bar memory thing earlier.
Yeah. So earlier on, it's like people have been enjoying new memories, and basically like maybe that's it. Working class parents are sending in the kids for money, and people aren't really sure why, and it's like they're selling memories from the kids basically.
Mate, you know where I love? A couple of years ago, I went with my family to go and see Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
And obviously in the film we see like the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield step through portals.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a decent enough film, wasn't it? Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed it. And then as we was walking out the cinema, my mum went, "Why were there 3 Spider-Men?" So, if your average audience member can say that, what on earth are they going to say when our entire movie is revealed to be nothing but a memory imprinted in a chocolate bar?
Yeah, and it's the fact that we open up to a random character we've never seen before, and you just go, "That was a nice ending." Something stupid. And then it just cuts to black with no explanation whatsoever.
You know what? I really want us to play this at Cannes, because usually at the end of movies played at Cannes, there's like a 12-minute standing ovation, but there'd just be silence.
You know what we could do though? If we do, what happens is when you come in, you get a free chocolate bar, and you get told.
Yeah, and it's the same wrapper.
Yeah, and then so people go like, "Oh, it's so meta." It's like. I like how it devolves from the beginning, which is like sort of vaguely just rolled down like fairy tale-esque stuff, and then it turns into like this David Foster Wallace metatextual Charlie Kaufman shit. Like what?
You know what, man? I'm looking at the story circle we've done there. This is the worst film we've ever pitched.
I think it'll be a Marmite film. It'd be like it's too cerebral, but then you'd have like the random letterbox review doing some massive narratological like deconstruction.
You know what, man?
It's amazing.
You're right about one thing though. Kaufman, if he was alive, he would have loved this.
Yeah, mate. He'd absolutely fucking love it.
We need a name. We need
a name.
Yeah, we need to name the film. Chocolate Memories.
Oh my god. Yeah. I actually like that.
But then again, it is spoiling the fourth twist.
Or the chocolatier, the memoirs of a chocolatier.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
The fourth twist. I love that. Can we make some sort of meta joke about like, oh, isn't there some sweet called twist or something? Like raspberry twist.
The raspberry twist.
Does the unknown / Willy Wonka go, I have another raspberry twist for you?
Not only would Kaufman be involved, but if we pitched this to Johnny Depp and told him he was going to be playing 2 roles, I reckon he'd sign on.
It's because of how, like, it's just arranged. It's just, he's like, he lives in the walls. I don't even think the answer's really... You know what's funny? Yeah. It still has all that lore, like the fantasy lore of the Chocolate King. It just gets ignored at the end. The fourth twist.
I genuinely can't see out of my glasses because I've been crying.
Yeah, I think he'd love that, you know. If we play the unknown as a Jack Sparrow-esque type, and then he just carries on with the Wonka serial killer vibe with the original Wonka. So, how many twists? Because one of them was like, oh, the unknown was actually Willy Wonka. And he was dressed as Willy Wonka.
Well, no, the first twist came pretty early on, like halfway through, when we revealed that the unknown was the good guy and he wasn't killing the kids, he was saving them. And then was the second twist...
He is bad.
Yeah.
Like, is that even a twist anymore? It's just like a 180.
What I like about it is it was a twist to us because we didn't see it coming either.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the evil person was good, but is actually evil all along.
One day when they're discussing like the big villains, I want it to be like Walter White, Darth Vader, the unknown.
The unknown. Yeah, like we could play with it and like have the audience trying to guess who it is. It's like, oh, it's a Christopher Lee from the old one, because Christopher Lee's Wonka's dad, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he is.
So we have a CGI Christopher Lee, because that would look horrible. I think the corporation would do that as well, though. like they did with Grand Moff Tarkin. Oh my god! And that's why he's wearing a mask, because you know people will go, "Oh, the CGI is cheaper if a character wears a mask all the time."
Yeah, we can mislead them. That's brilliant.
So he actually sounds like Christopher Lee with the mask on.
So, like, yeah, he's got like a voice modulator and it's Christopher Lee's voice.
Yeah, and like, well, it's obviously his dad. His dad trying to like take down Wonka, and then he takes it up and it's just Wonka. And it's like, oh no, I looked into the chocolate mirror, and I was white chocolate, and Willy was dark chocolate.
What I love about that is during the production of this film, well, after it's finished shooting, we need to leak to the press that Christopher Lee's estate is approved.
Yeah,
not make an official announcement, just leak it. So then people will be watching it thinking that. We can even just reuse the flashback scenes from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 2005.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, yeah, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And oh my god, that's perfect, because then like they'll be fuming, but then it's not Christopher Lee, and they're like, it's like it's actually tasteful. Hey, another chocolate joke.
You're turning into the unknown.
I know, just puns everywhere. Just chocolate buns.
Right. I think that'll do. That's the worst thing we've ever done.
I don't know. I think that I could see that getting a standing ovation. The ending scene where like it's boss, because it just allows us to skip writing an ending, because we just go, well, actually, I already won, and then it just like pans out, and it's just in the chocolate. Oh.
It's layered, isn't it? A lot like chocolate. It's layered because we couldn't really be bothered delving too far into the lore.
Yeah.
So we just have the unknown rattling it off like some sort of madman.
I just want to hear the line though, like it's someone going, "That's dark chocolate magic."
I like the idea that when the unknown says that, it doesn't even really fit the topic that they're talking about. So you can tell he's just thinking of puns and waiting for opportunities.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You want to go, is this film satire or is it like serious? Or I go, well, it's like, it's like, well, the chocolate's bitter and the sweet, isn't it? Oh my god, it's a bittersweet ending. Oh, that's the final line. Someone goes, it's a bit bittersweet, isn't it?
Cheers, Rich.
Oh man, that was hard, that one.